Welcome to Built for This, the podcast where real estate meets real life skills. Hosted by Andrea Lane and Alissa Bicar, each episode features investors turning their unique edge into long-term rental success.
Hi, and welcome to the Built for This podcast. I am your co-host, Alissa Bicar, here with Andrea Lane, bringing you real conversations from real estate investors, bringing all of themselves to the table in their superpower of how they brought themselves in to real estate investment. And I'm super excited to hear. Andrea, who do we have for them today?
So today we have Angie Tonini, who lives in Louisville, Kentucky. She is a midterm real estate investor with 3 properties right now. And she's going to tell us a little bit about herself, and I'm looking forward to it. So Angie, I'm going to start right off. Why did you get into real estate investing?
Yeah, so I was a nurse for a long time. I was a nurse leader, chief nursing officer in a psych and behavioral health hospital. And in November 2020, I just felt like I needed to do something different. So I obviously gave notice, but I left cold turkey, not really knowing what I was going to do next. And it ended up being in real estate. Always wanted to do real estate, always wanted to do real estate investing. So I dove into some coaching programs and started to learn everything I could, go to all the meetups and things locally. And I ended up in the real estate investment space. In October of 2021, I got my license. I just thought, hey, I'll just do this as my job. And that took off really quickly as well. And so I've been in full-time real estate ever since.
Yes. That's awesome. What do you love most about it?
I love I have never been able to meet as many people as I have since I've gone into real estate. I've met lots of cool people. I've had lots of cool opportunities. And, they say the flexibility at, my job as an agent, and an investor, I am, my schedule is dictated by my clients and my tenants and things. However, there is a different type of flexibility when you don't really answer to anyone and you own your own business. So that has been great as well as far as the flexibility goes. It's just allowed me to do a lot of different things than I would not be doing if I was working full time in a hospital and only seeing the people in the hospital every day.
My best friend is a nurse, and I hear that a lot from her. It's like, my whole life is lived in here, except for my life that I get to live outside of here.
Yes. Very little life outside of there, and very little life outside of real estate. But it does provide different opportunities. So.
I mean, Andrea lives and breathes real estate too. So
I understand that. I sort of live in the real estate world. Even my friends say, can you not talk about real estate for like 20 minutes? And it's really tough because I love it. So
yeah. It just consumes you. So, and I can be a little obsessed about things until I get it right. So, yeah.
Oh, we can relate.
Yeah.
So, Angie, how do you feel like your personal and your professional skills translated into your real estate investing business strategy?
Yeah, I think I was so prepared in such a different way. It's very hard to explain. I had a very successful first year in real estate from the investment side and the agent side. And people always ask, what is it? And I just think years of working directly with people and helping them look at the whole person, the whole situation, and helping them solve problems is what gave me a really good skill set to be able to meet people, hear what their concerns and problems are, and listen to conversations, be in the room with lots of different people, and just try to connect what the people in the room can do to solve each other's problems, what I can do to help connect to solve someone's problem, and related to real estate in these cases. And the real estate being maybe a piece of it or the vehicle that we're talking about. But, when you have an estate or you have a divorce or you have a bad situation, a foreclosure or something like that, there are problems that need to be solved, but you're dealing with the people. So I think being a nurse with that skill set of serving and loving first and figuring out what the person needs to be whole, that has been a skill set that has, I think, really, really served me and more importantly, my clients well.
I understand that. Real estate is a people business. People think it's about properties, but it's really not. It's people.
Yeah.
And there's all different kinds. So yeah, that would certainly lead you in the right direction.
Right.
So lately, what's been your biggest challenge or struggle in real estate lately?
I think it's just hard. It's fun, but it is hard, and it's hard work, and you are dealing with people, and you're dealing with people's lives, and you're dealing with major assets that impact every piece of their life. And I think when you're dealing with something that is such a big part of a financial piece of their life that impacts everything else, and it's just, I think dealing with people's emotions around that and expectations, especially in the weird market that we've had over the past year, it's just been it's hard work, and it's a lot of hours, and it's a lot different than the glamorized things you see online.
So when you talk about it being hard work and a lot of hours, are you talking about as a landlord or as a real estate agent? Because I can't.
I'm talking about all of it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
even as being a landlord.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of publicity and glamorized things that get put out here for people. And so when people come to us without the experience and without the understanding of the stuff that's not so glamorous and not so fun, and the fact that it is actually work, and there is skin in the game, and there is risk involved, there are things you have to deal with that you don't feel like dealing with. I think that makes it hard when we're trying to overcome what they hear in the media, and what people think about landlords, and what people think about people in real estate, and
I get
that
it.
kind of thing.
So based on what I'm hearing, it seems like you have a portfolio that you're working on. You can struggle a little bit with it, but you're still wanting to grow. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So you have 3 units right now. Where are you looking to be in the future?
Yeah. So my goal is my goal is not to be, I don't want 100 doors or anything like that. I don't love the work of being a landlord itself. I don't love the calls at 2:00 in the morning, but I love having a safe, nice place for people to come, especially when I do midterm rental. It's a furnished rental for a lot of times traveling nurses. And I like providing that space in our area that they can come and serve our community and feel like they have a nice, safe place to live while they're serving our community. So I feel like some of that is giving back. So the other parts that I want to grow is I would like to have a property that I've dedicated to each of my children, so that it will grow with them, and that equity will grow, and then at some point they can choose to do what they want with it. And the other piece of that is I like helping other investors, especially first-time home buyers and investors mixed, that I can teach them how to start building wealth, even if it's not this glamorized 100 doors, but it is, building something legacy for their family on a small scale.
Yeah, so glamorizing 100 doors. I own hundreds of doors.
Yeah.
That is not to be glamorized. It's something I personally want. And really, 10 to 15 doors that are well-served doors are just fine for most people. So
right.
You don't need to feel guilty when you don't want to grow to the masses.
Exactly.
You have to grow it strategically and know what you're doing. Absolutely.
Yeah. Super important. Yeah, I think it's important for the person to know what their goals are and why they have those goals. And again, that goes back to just knowing the person and learning the person and trying to help them come up with a strategy that meets what they need and what they want long term. So, and there's so many different ways to invest. So many different ways.
There are. It's like a smorgasbord of opportunity, and a lot of folks on their way in, like, to the glamorized, I'm going to come in and be a millionaire overnight, or I'm going to come in and have a portfolio of millions of dollars. It can be quite overwhelming to understand, well, which place do I start at? Where do I go? So, and I love the fact that you brought up you're a connector. And like when it comes to people and problem solving, bringing people together for the right resources, or kind of curating, who you need when for what. I think that's part of the magic of being in business in general. And it sounds like that was part of your career at large. Bring us in a little bit. Can you share a recent win or success from your investment journey? How you were able to use that connector secret sauce to solve a real world problem and come out the other side?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's such a good question, and I wasn't prepared to think through all of my things. So I think I always walk into a situation like a networking event with other investors of, let me meet one person that I can feel like I can help. And so I met a guy that was in kind of a bad situation in his place. First time home buyer, never owned a piece of property, really interested in investing, young guy. I love young. They remind me of my kids. My oldest is 23, my youngest is 15. So I love when I meet those kind of ages that are really interested in building for something for themselves, that they just don't know where to start. So, bad situation at home, needed to, wanted to invest. So he wanted to do, buy some flips and do all these things all at once. And so what I helped him do is hone in on what he wanted and how to just get started, just the first step to get started. So we looked at getting him approved for a first time home buyer in a house that could be what I call a house hack. Not necessarily a duplex, it doesn't have to be that, but a home that he could either rent out rooms to his buddies and maximize his new investment that way, but also get a first time home buyer like interest rate because he's going to be living there primarily, and or a place that has like a garage with an apartment above that he could live there and he could rent out the house. So when you're able to get someone out of a situation that they're in and show them that they can actually do this and they're ready to take their first step and they don't have to have all of this cash and deal with all these hard money lenders and all these things, you can actually help them start their portfolio in a creative way that meets both getting them into their own first home, but also starting them on that investment trail. So I love to help first time investors in a way that is creative and serves kind of dual purposes for their life.
I love that.
I love it.
I love that. I just want to like applaud you. Here's the next step. You don't have to see the whole staircase, but let's just focus. Who are you? What do you want? And when there's too many things going on at once, a confused mind never makes a decision. So
yeah, the one shiny star is what I tell all of my clients. Like, you follow the one path that you need to start. If you're in two directions, you're going to fail at both.
Yeah.
You can only succeed in one path, in my experience. So I understand. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Alissa.
That's all right. I just wanted to ask, what are some of the exciting plans you have coming up in the next 6 to 12 months?
I am going to be doing a lot of travel. Luckily, the schedule that I have does allow me to do so much more traveling. So my youngest is in travel volleyball. So I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling with him every other weekend. And that this gives me the opportunity, owning my own business in real estate, to be able to do that. I'm always looking for a flip. The spreads are a little bit thinner right now, but I'm always looking for an opportunity to flip or rehab to add some value to hold. Because I would like I said, I've got 3 properties I want to get in the next year one each for each of my boys. And so always looking for that. And then I think the other big thing is that I am doing some business planning to see how I can scale what I'm already doing and maximize what the future looks like in the business. Because right now I am the sole business owner, and that's that part that's not so shiny and fun, is that, it's a 7-day week job that I have for myself in this business. And I want to learn how to scale and be able to take back a little bit of my time. So,
yay!
That's great. So I really appreciate the time you've spent with us today and sharing your insights and some tips that you've seen. So if people want to connect with you, what's the one best place they can go?
If they search my name, they will find me. But any messaging on Facebook, Instagram, it's Angie Tonini Rogers. Everything is under that handle. They can find me at any of my sites there and message me, and that is the best way to find me.
Great. Well, thanks again for being such a great guest. It was very exciting.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here today.
Right on. And high five, because as we all show up for our own selves, our own businesses, and start to build what it is that we're meant to bring forward in the world, we get to inspire other people. I have loved listening to your story, and I'm sure our audience is getting tons of value. So please do reach out to Angie and connect with her. If you are listening to this on the broadcast, stay tuned. Don't go away. We've got another amazing guest lined up for you right after this.
This wraps another episode of Built for This. If you're a real estate investor with a unique edge, apply to join us at builtforthisshow.com/guest.